Well, good morning. Today is November 12th, 2020. I'm Stephen Wynn. This is the Loving What Separates Us class. And today is a very beautiful day where I am. It probably is where you are too. It's also a special holiday over in India. It's a Hanuman's Day. And I'm always touched by Hanuman. Hanuman is the monkey, the great philosopher monkey, powerful healer and warrior. And the Ramayana. The Ramayana is a story, as I mentioned before, of Ram and Sita, his wife Sita being abducted by this king of the ten-headed king of the demons. I think I told that story once before. What I love about Hanuman is he is the son of the wind god, the son of Vayu. He represents the breath. And it's the breath that connects Ram and Sita back together. Ram represents the head, Sita represents the heart, and it's the breath that connects the head and the heart. This morning, we've been going through the chakras. We're going into the crown chakra. The way we'll go there may sound a little strange, but it's once you get it, you really get it. We'll go there by first connecting to our root chakra, using our breath, and going from the root up to the crown and back. And symbolically, what happens is, or energetically, what happens is we begin connecting the earth energies with the heavenly energies. There's something that the earth has that the heavens want, something that the heavens have that the earth wants. And we move into the fullness of this marriage of heaven and earth. I know yesterday, the day before, as we get into these higher chakras, I'm not focusing so much on the worldly events, and I'm sort of doing that because we have 2 days left. So I'll try and tie it in somehow. I don't even know quite how I'll do it. But just know that as we ourselves move into this deeper integration, we allow that for everyone else on the planet. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. And tomorrow, I just think we'll look at the 9th step. When I first started this class, I talked about how in I Am Heart we have identified 9 steps. 9 steps that the heart goes through in its march, in its walk, in its, I don't like march, I'm going to say in its amble. We do with this gracious walk from the mind into the heart imbued with spirit. First 3 steps involve the development of the mind, the next 3, the development of the heart, the final 3, the development of spirit. And then what happens is we come back into the heart and focus on the divine qualities and begin to realize that who we are, one way of defining it, who we are is a collection of divine qualities expressing, using our bodies, our minds, our egos to express their divine qualities to bring these blessings to the planet. So let's move into our hearts. Let's sit up straight. Allow our spine to become the microcosm of the axis of our planet. Maybe this polarity between the North Pole and the South Pole. That's really what we're exploring today as we move from the crown to the root on a small scale. And it helps us to align to this massive scale of the earth. So sitting up, maybe pulling our shoulders back, whatever movements we have to do to become comfortable with a straight spine. And always remembering we never struggle. We just do the best we can do and allow ourselves to be in peace with that. So just to say good morning to our hearts, to wake up our hearts, put our hands over our hearts. And just allow this process of energizing our heart to begin. And as we sit here connecting to our hearts, the thought that comes to me, came to my heart, is we can talk about the crown and experience the crown. These 9 steps of the heart. After the 9 steps, there's another 9, by the way. We'll talk about that tomorrow, perhaps. The 10th stage, the 10th step, is of service. And as that thought was sort of like falling into me, I realized that it's enough for any one of us to simply live in our heart. And that is a tremendous service. We don't have to be complicated. We don't have to be the master of all 9 or all 7 chakras or anything like that. It's enough for us to live in our hearts. It's a tremendous gift, a tremendous service. As we sit here in our hearts with our hands over our heart. This alone is enough. It really can be that simple. And let your hands down when that's comfortable for you. And let's connect to our breath, to this process of bringing in air into our bodies and taking that air back out with the blessing of our hearts. And just notice how we are breathing this morning, this evening, wherever you are. How full, how fresh, how new. What starts to happen over time, it's as if we have this love affair between our hearts and our breath. This deep, deep, precious appreciation, one for the other. It's that rhythm that we connect with, that deep love between the two in our basic heart rhythm meditation. It's like heart rhythm meditation is a very sweet flirtation between the heart and the breath. And now let's move into a full breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Full exhale means we bring our abdominal muscles all the way back toward the back of the spine, toward the spine. and check inside yourself. So we bring all this prana, this life force into our bodies, really into our minds as well. What's your experience? Every time we look, we're integrating every layer of our being. That's what happens. We look inside, we connect. And that connection is an integration, a very minor one. But over time, it just builds and builds. And now with a bow to beloved Paran and Susanna Bear for reviving this heart rhythm meditation. Let's move into a heart rhythm meditation. This great practice they have revived from precious Abbas and Ammas, the desert fathers and desert mothers of antiquity. As we allow this precious connection between our heart and our breath. Inhaling to the count of 8 heartbeats. Exhaling to the same count, whatever count you actually use. Going in the name of our heart, our heartbeat. And breathing in and out of the heart. And again, notice what happens when we step into this divine rhythm between our heart and our breath. This sweetness, this love. Let's just bring that breath in directly through the heart. The air still comes in through the nose, filling the lungs, but the energy that rides on the air, we separate and just pull it into our hearts. Usually from the front, but it could be any direction. And we exhale out to the far reaches of creation, bringing the blessing of our heart energy to the far expanses of creation, and bringing that vastness, that intelligence, that energy from the far reaches of creation into our heart. And just see if for a moment we could just allow our breath to align with the breath of the universe, the breath of creation. And as creation exhales, we are automatically inhaling. Our exhale fills up the totality of creation. And let's just, while we're expanding and inhaling our basic heart rhythm meditation, let's just allow ourselves to slip naturally into the ether breath. Means inhaling through the nose and mouth at the same time, and exhaling through the nose and the mouth at the same time. It may help to focus on the in and out through the lips first, and then just invite the nostrils to join in. The invitation as we engage in this ether element, the space element, called Akasha in Sanskrit. The invitation is for our individual body, heart, and mind to move into complete alignment with the totality of space. Every cell aligns to this value of space, of ether. Every system in our body. We start, of course, with the respiratory system and the circulatory system, the nervous system, can we allow ourselves to experience this vastness through the perfect alignment and functioning of both our nervous systems, sympathetic, the parasympathetic, with our muscular system, our skeletal system, our digestive system, our endocrine system, our sensory system, sort of an extension of our nervous system, the five senses, our system of motion. It's really muscular in a sense. Our very speech, our thoughts. Can we just move into the vastness, the totality, so that's one end of the spectrum here. There's an easy, natural move in there. Let's move more to the concrete. Let's move into the earth breath. Means breathing in and out through our noses. But what I want us to do is just for a moment, and we'll move more specifically into the earth breath, is inhale in through the heart and down to our root chakra, down to our tailbone. Then exhale up to our heart and out again. We really want to connect to our root. Before we go back again into the vastness. Still holding on to our heartbeat, loving that heartbeat. Filling up our tailbone, our root center. You can also go into your perineum if you choose. That's a spot between our rectum and our genitals. I always find that the base of the spine gives me the deepest grounding. I think it's because it's a bone. Just my experience. So that's connecting us to our root center. Now we just want to do a version of the earth breath. And that is starting from the root center, exhaling down into the earth from the root center. And then inhaling back up just to the root center. Still keeping our 8 heartbeat per 6 or 10 rhythm. To just emphasize this deep connection to the root center with the earth. We want to go into our crown fully rooted, bringing the blessing of the heavens to the earth, and the blessings of the earth to the heavens. You may think, what do the heavens want with the earth? Think about that for a second. If there is not this polarity desired by both poles, why would the heavens ever bother to incarnate, to take birth? And it's not so much that the heavens create the earth. Rather, it is deeper than that that creates both heaven and earth. And to access that which creates the two of them, which creates the polarity, we need to bring the polarity into balance. And this is why a path that focuses on the crown as the end game, in other words, the paths that focus on escaping from the earth, can never go to that place beyond heaven and earth. Never go fully into it, I should say. It's not about escaping, it's about integrating. From the tailbone, deep into the earth, nose breathing, filling up the tailbone, the root center, with the earth energy. And from here, let's move into a breath designed to integrate heaven and earth. And it's actually just an advanced version of the square breath. But the invitation here is, on your next inhale, to move up from the root through every center, up to the crown, and then above the crown, as if there's an umbrella above our heads. And then the energy spreads out and down and around. They're like falling like rain off of an umbrella, down to the earth, filling up our root chakra. That was on the exhale, sorry. Inhale, filling up above the crown. We reach the top, we exhale. The energy comes down around us. It creates what is known, a shape known as a torus. this particular pattern. And that's a very clear representation of our energetic body. Up and out and around and down on the exhale. Down into the earth, filling up with earth energy, lifting up, inhaling, bringing that energy up into the heavens through the crown, and then exhaling this heavenly energy down. We start to fill up the earth with the heavenly energy. And we bring up the earthly energy. Fill up the heavens with the earth. The heavens be filled with the earth. Let the earth be filled with the heavens. Now, that's the basic energetic pattern. But what I want you to do is add in the square breath. So as we inhale, 6 or 8 counts, 10, whatever it is, we inhale from the earth up. We reach the crown, we hold for twice as long. Crown and expanding up is fine. We hold for the count of 16. Inhale 8, hold for 16. And then exhale for 8. So while we're keeping this torus breath pattern going, we're just adding the square breath pattern. And it's perfectly fine to just use your imagination if you're not feeling the energy. The energy will follow. So I'll say it one more time, then everyone can just go at your own pace. Or just go there right now if you're ready. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Energy at the crown. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just continue at your own pace. So just continue with this breathing pattern. I just want to make sure that you move your energy up. You move it up. You're very welcome and, in fact, encouraged to sort of notice or check in on every one of the chakras. Don't fixate on that, just a gentle check-in, so to speak. And if it's too much right now, don't worry about it. But we want that energy moving up the base of the spine, up to the crown, and holding it up there. It helps develop that crown chakra. And then bringing it up even higher to the top of that umbrella before it pours back down and actually goes into the earth to bring up that earth energy. We never struggle. Hold your breath, fill up to about 75, 80%. It's the pattern more so than the length of the hold. But over time, you will find your holding to be expanding, and that's a good thing. Let's just do one or two more rounds of that. Just finish up your latest round, your last round. And when you're done, just breathe in and out of your root chakra, down, just as we before, into the earth and back up. And notice your experience. How vast are you? How connected to the earth are you? This crown chakra, it's an extraordinary chakra. Most people are familiar with the Vedic name from India, the Sahasrara, the thousand-headed lotus, 1,000 petals, so to speak. The Sufi name is the Hakia, the crown of truth, it's called. Would it be okay for us to wear the crown of truth? You know, there are a number of passages in the Bible that I just love. One that deals with the heart, where the Lord says, I will remove your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And of course, that's what we do here. The stone is the numbness of all the wounds of the heart. We heal the wounds of the heart. We get this living, breathing, pulsating heart, pulsating with the rhythm of creation. There's another passage, I think it's in Proverbs, it might be in Job, that it says, you know, I will give you your crown of glory. So just check inside of ourselves. Are we worthy of receiving our crown of glory? When you ask that question, just check to see if there's some faint or maybe a very strong sense of not being worthy yet. And could you welcome up that feeling? Or maybe there's a sense of disbelief. This is for great spiritual teachers and not for me. Whatever resistance comes up, whatever disbelief comes up, could you just welcome it up and love it and be with it? It's a voice we need to hear and heal before we can fully wear that crown of glory, that crown of truth. If we ask it differently, see what else we get here. Would it be okay with you if your crown chakra opened up fully to the splendor of the heavens? And what comes up for you with that question? Would it be okay with you if your crown chakra opened up to the splendor and glory of the heavens? And just check to see if there's any disbelief or resistance there. And just love them. They're a part of us. We cannot fully put on the crown until we heal that which resists it. Cannot fully open the crown until we heal that which resists it. Would it be okay with us? And here we're just living on intention. Would it be okay with us if we welcome up, hear, and heal any doubts or fears about our worthiness to wear this crown of glory, this crown of truth. When our crown chakra starts functioning properly, it becomes an incredible tool of reception. It's the top of the antenna, so to speak, the top of the spine. Would it be okay with you if your spine culminates at the crown and acts as this incredible receiving station to receive the blessings and guidance of the heavens, to receive the alignment of heaven so much that we begin to radiate heaven on earth wherever we walk, wherever we go? Could we say yes to that intention? Even if we are not yet perfect, could we allow, to whatever degree, the splendor and radiance of heaven to be received in this physical body? And we become the ones who walk on earth, bringing heaven on earth. It becomes a great source of intuition, this reception, even more so than the sixth center. Our intuition, our intuitive nature opens up. Would that be okay with you? To live in such communion with the heavens that we receive the heavenly wisdom day in, day out. When our crown is open and functioning normally, we live a life filled with awe and wonder. That'd be okay with us. Just giving ourselves permission to live connected to the heavens, imbued and surrounded completely living in awe and wonder, both of the heavens and of the earth. The last big quality, divine quality that shows up when we're attuned to the heavens is a deep, resounding faith, a certainty. Would it be okay with us if we are so open to these heavenly splendors that we simply know that we know that we know the truth of heaven, the truth of earth? And would it be okay with us, whatever country we are living in, if we allow this glory and truth of heaven to imbue and fill our countries and live in the absolute complete faith that everything that is happening in our countries is perfectly in alignment with the divine plan. Could we allow our countries to be blessed with this perfect alignment, no matter what it looks like on the surface? Can we know that at the core, there is this deep alignment between heaven and earth in each and every country on this planet? And now let's come back fully into our hearts, fully connecting with our feet to the earth. So we've had quite the tour of the heavens and the earth this morning. Can we sit in the certainty, the faith that we ourselves are the fulcrum, the center point of heaven and earth? Our heart center, our bodies, are where the energies of heaven, the energies of the earth mix and combine, bringing a blessing to heaven and a blessing to earth. Can we allow ourselves to be grateful for this service that we can so naturally and effortlessly provide to the heavens and to the earth, to everyone that we meet today as we go through our day? And let's just take that morning stroll, evening stroll, through whatever remains of our day, our meals, who we meet, who do we speak with, who do we touch, and can we walk through our day carrying this full integration of heaven and earth, the root and the crown, lively within our hearts, within our being, within our atmosphere. And I don't know, I'm automatically putting my hands in my heart in gratitude. Whatever you need to do to take a minute or two to come out. Thank you much, very much, so very much for adding the power of your heart to our group this morning in our meditation. And this ends our morning meditation. Those who have to leave, we totally understand. Thank you for joining us as much as you can. Now we move into the optional segment where we hang out together. A collection of hearts. How great is that? If anyone has a gain they'd like to share, or they'd like to move in with something else, if some issue's been stirred up or something in their life not working the way they think it should be working, Please unmute yourself and say hello. Good morning, Ellie Rose. Are you having trouble unmuting yourself? Let me see if I can do it for you. Oh.
Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. I'm doing well. How are you?
You know, for me, that was an extraordinary meditation. I just went so deeply. I'm so grateful for everyone for allowing that space to happen. So I'm in a very good space. Thank you.
Yes, that reminder, that wondrous reminder that we really are the connection, the I don't know how to say it, but connection, flow between heaven and earth and heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's curious. I thought I was going to bring one thing, and now there's two things with me today, and I guess they're related, but I'm not sure how. Well, anyway, one is I've been hearing about perhaps Trump is. In fact, I'd like to say the other thing first. It's my daughter Anna, who lives in California. She's an amazing doctor helping elders as an administrator in a company. And she keeps separate from me. If I want to communicate with her, I need to keep reaching to her. And she and her husband and my two grandchildren. And I wish to connect with them more and have the energy and love to do that.
Perfect. Can we work with that and go on to the second one later?
Yes.
Good. So I want everyone to find someone that you would like to connect to, that you have great love and respect for, and somehow they don't respond, or they may respond just on the surface. So Ellie Rose, can you welcome up that pain of separation?
Yes.
Yes. And can you just notice that pain? Be with it. And everyone else do the same thing. That longing, that wanting, that desiring. And let me ask you a question, Ellie Rose. Even if it's not fulfilled, would you rather have that longing to connect, or would you rather have nothing there?
I'd rather have the longing.
Yes.
To connect.
Yes. So can everyone connect to the sweetness of that longing? Just be with that sweetness. Love that sweetness. So Ellie Rose, do you have any real power to force your daughter to connect with you?
No, I don't.
No, none of us do. No. And could you give your daughter the freedom to pursue her own spiritual progress on her own?
Yes.
Might as well, because we can't do it for her. No. And can you, inside of the depth of that longing, can you just go deeply inside of that, like dive inside of it? That pain of separation. Can you do that, Lily
I'm
Rose?
not doing it too well. I
If,
can feel that
if you,
I'm not diving deeper though.
it's okay. Can you just put your toe into it? Is that okay with you? Just feel it a little bit?
Well, yeah, I am feeling it.
Yeah, so good. And what's your experience as you feel it? Is it painful or is there some deep satisfaction with it also? Could be either one. I'm just curious.
Well, I'm glad that I have the longing. I'm glad I'm that
Yes,
kind of person that I have the longing.
yes. Can you allow that gratitude to expand a little bit? How grateful we are that we can feel. How grateful we are that we can feel. Yes. And can you feel this lacking love from your daughter? She's not giving you enough love. And the whole story there, she's your daughter. Daughters are supposed to love their mothers. I don't know. I don't know what your story is. Daughters are supposed to take care of their parents, whatever the story you have. Okay. Can you see that those beliefs, those structures actually keep you separate from your daughter?
Yeah.
That you, as long as you hold this idea that your daughter should be doing something, that you are the one judging her, that we are the ones judging the people we love. And in that judgment, are you connecting or are you separating?
Separating.
Right. Would it be okay with you if you just felt that judgment, that separation, and allowed it to dissolve and fade away? Give your daughter freedom to live her own life as best as she can. That be okay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me ask, would your daughter be less happy or more happy if she could love you more?
She'd be more happy.
She'd be more happy, right? So there's something in her that keeps her from fully loving and embracing you, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And whatever reason that's there, we don't know why, but can we honor that she has to work with that herself? Okay?
Yes.
That it's not about who you are, that she doesn't love you. Can you breathe that in?
Yes. And I want to say that I didn't know how to care for her needs when she was young.
Yeah,
And I felt guilt about that over the years. And now I'm through that. So
nice.
yeah.
So good. Would it be okay with you, instead of looking to your daughter for this deep love that you want, would it be okay with you if you gave yourself that love instead?
Yeah.
Good. Could you give yourself some more love and approval? And everyone else go there also.
Yeah.
We're looking outside ourselves for love and approval. But what we really want to do, the way to really handle it, is to give ourselves that love and approval. So this wanting that we have, this lacking feeling that you're lacking your daughter's love, is that bringing more love from her, or is that keeping it away?
It's keeping it away.
Yeah. So would it be okay with you if you just loved that lacking feeling, thanked it for being there, and let it move on?
Love which feeling?
That lacking feeling,
Lacking feeling.
that feeling that I don't have enough love from my daughter. Okay? Can you
Yeah.
see that's just another story?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Could you just let that dissolve?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see you're blaming your daughter for not loving you enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that working for you?
No, it's new for me to really see it this way.
Yeah. Could you let go of blaming your daughter? She's just doing and being as loving as she can possibly be with
Yes,
whatever's inside of her. Could
she
you
is.
let go of that blame? It's just a wound inside of ourselves.
Yes.
We blame so we don't have to feel. Okay?
Right.
You've heard of people eating so they don't have to feel. We blame so we don't have to feel. Would it be okay if we just let that go and felt that deep love within our own heart? Could you allow that love to show up again?
Yes.
Yes. And could you allow even more love to show up? So I feel a wave of peace coming over me right now. Ellie Rose, how are you doing?
Yes. I'm feeling my own love of my own heart, and I'm feeling everyone else's love
Yes,
of their hearts
I
too.
see. I see some nodding heads. I think the group is getting this. That you've brought us here, Ellie Rose. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you did some extraordinary work right there.
Yes.
A very deep wound. You brought a lot of love and light to it. And
Yes.
is it okay with you if that just continues over the next couple of days? Where you love more and more and just more and more. And
Yeah.
I would be, I won't be surprised at all, by the way, if when the wound is gone, your daughter reaches out to you. Okay?
Me neither.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thank you.
thank
It's
you for,
I have such gratitude for
yeah.
being here, at, right here, right now, with all of you, with you, Stephen, and with everyone here. Such gratitude.
Thank you, Ellie Rose. Do you need to work more, or are you in a good space?
I'm in a good space. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Again, something to work on.
Hey, Steve, this is Anne.
Good morning, Anne. How are you?
Good, good, good. Oh, I'm going to share something with you, and then I wouldn't mind you help me work on something.
Okay.
Um, when I was 16, um, it was like midnight mass. We grew up Catholic, and I had it. I just had it. And I was talking to God, and I said, God, I want to go home. I was standing, and I said, I just want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. Please let me come home. And then from the bottom of my feet, this heat just moved up my whole body, out my crown chakra, and I left. And my body just hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. And then I was in the light. You know, when you're just in the light, it's not like a source, it's just everything. And it was just, I guess like the Bible would say, you're bathed in the light, you're just there. And
Yes.
it was home. I remembered. I remembered it was home, and the energy was home. It's who we really were. And then they told me I hadn't finished what I came here to do. So I basically bowed my head in reverence and said, okay. And I came back. And
Great.
then I found myself laying on the ground or laying on the bench. And then I realized my head was hurting where I had fallen back. And then suddenly I just felt it pull. All the pain just pulled out. It felt like a hand just pulled it all out. And it's time for me to forgive my mom.
Ah.
So I
Whew.
understood when you said it's easy to leave out of the crown chakra. It is. I just left.
Yeah.
But I didn't finish what I came here to do. So I want to let that go.
Well, first, and that's a beautiful story, a beautiful experience. Thank you for sharing that. And so, this feeling of wanting to let go of what is what blaming your mother.
Yeah, it's almost like a fear. Um, I'm afraid to let go of the fear because if I let go of the fear, then she'll hurt me. You
Yes.
know. So
Yes.
it's this kind of so you're my mind keeps telling me the fear keeps me safe or the anger keeps me safe because if I let her in, she'll just do what she'd always done.
Yes. So, would you ask your mind if it knows of a way to be safe without holding on to all this anger and fear?
No, it doesn't know. I would have figured it out by now.
Right. Right. So, would it be okay with you if you turn to your heart for a solution?
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Might as well try it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So could you just breathe into your heart for a second?
Okay. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fear. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that fear, do you like it?
No. Mm-mm.
No. Is it okay if we look at that fear for a second?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So this fear all this time has actually been protecting you, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Uh-huh. It
Mm-hmm.
has. Would it be okay with you if you allowed yourself to feel some gratitude for the wisdom of your body mind to use this fear to protect you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. When you said that, yes, I felt it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could you allow even more gratitude? Gratitude that you're connected enough to be able to move into the light in your lifetime. Gratitude that you have this fear. Gratitude you have a body, a mind. Is that
Mm-hmm.
okay with you, Anne?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Up there. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So gratitude takes us into this energy of acceptance. Could you accept the right of this fear to be there?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
It's gone. Mm-hmm.
It's gone now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
just like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once we move to gratitude and acceptance, we stop holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Mm-hmm.
see that you've been the one holding on to this fear all this time?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes,
Yes,
and underneath it's some anger. I didn't want to see the anger.
good. So welcome up this anger.
Okay, it's here, it's
Yeah.
present. Mhm.
Is this anger towards your mother? Is that what's going on?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. And can you remember the first time you became angry with your mother?
Yeah, yeah. First time she told us here it comes. Yes, the first time she told me she hated me. I was little, I was probably a baby.
Yeah, she said she hated you. Did I hear you that right?
Yes, and she never stopped all the way until I grew up. I ruined her life.
Good, good. So that moment where you first heard that she hated you and that you ruined your mother's life. Can you feel the heaviness of that energy there?
Yes, yes. I'm
Yeah.
feeling some grief. Yes.
Yeah, so good. Just be with it. And at the same time, can you see what pain your mother is in?
Okay, I'm letting it go.
Yeah. Can you just see what pain your mother is in?
Yes, yes.
And how amazingly, as a young child, you knew how to protect yourself by storing this energy inside your body. Yeah. And now, as a fully grown woman, is it okay with you if you now use this anger and fear
It's
as a
gone.
tool, as a tool, good, and use it as a tool for going home again?
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't realize it. Um, I didn't realize it, but as we were going through this, um, I was trying to give her a gift.
Mm-hmm.
She was always saying that because I was born, I ruined her life, and
Right.
she wished that I was never born. And so I didn't know how to make myself unborn. So I left. But then it wasn't about her. And that's what I just now realized. I left, but in my mind, I was giving her a gift, you know?
Yes.
It wouldn't be a burden anymore.
So, what's the best gift you can give your mother right now?
Oh, let me see. He was there just a second. Let me see.
I couldn't, you sort of mumbled there. I couldn't hear that.
Okay. It was right there, and I let it go. It came and went. It was so quick.
What's the best gift you can give your mother now?
Just a second, some grief is coming up. And it's not the sad kind of grief, it's that grateful kind of grief. Just a
Sure,
second, let that go.
sure. And everyone else,
To continue my own experience.
yes. Everyone else, what's the greatest gift you can give to someone in your past who hated you and tormented you? So, Anne,
Mm-hmm.
was it okay with you if you see your work now as giving this gift to your mother?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah,
Can,
I understand. Mm-hmm.
and can you pull up a picture of your mother going home, surrounded, imbued, living in the same field of light that you lived in? So,
Yes, she's there. We're there. Yes.
yeah, yeah. And that light, that's, you had that light even when you're holding all this anger and fear. She has that light. Can you allow that light to be for everyone, no matter what wounds they have?
It already is. I can see it.
Yeah, it already is. Is it okay with you if you live in that light all the time?
I already do.
You already do. Perfect. And from that place where you're living at home all the time, 24/7.
I see it. We are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are. Good.
And the mind is when we think we're not, but we already are. Mm-hmm. I see it.
And every time you start to feel like you're not, would it be okay with you if you just let that go and move back home.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And every feeling that comes up, could you let that feeling move into the light? Good feelings, bad feelings, could you let them move into the light to allow the light to get even more profound? Is that okay with you?
Yes. Yes. I see it. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Seems so easy from here. Yes.
Yes. And can you allow that light to engulf the entire planet?
Steve, it already is.
Already is. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes. I see it. It can never not be those light. Mm-hmm.
All right. That sounds like you're in a nice space there, Anne.
Yes, I am. Thank you. I remember. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Well. Oh, good morning, Linda.
Hi, I just want to say such a deep thank you to you and Ellie Rose and Anne. You helped me release something that was very deep, and it all tied together for me. And thank you so much. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Linda. Deeply appreciate hearing that. Okay. Shall we call that a morning and give our blessings to everyone here, our thanks? And I will see everyone tomorrow for our last day, our last breakfast. Much love to you all.
Thank you.